Here at the European Council, the gossip mill has been continuing. The hundreds of journalists here continuing to discuss who will take over from Jean-Claude Juncker as the European Commission President. Now, we talk about it a lot and there's a lot of gossip, but what exactly are the national priorities? We're going to speak to some of these journalists and ask them what their countries want from the next European Commission President.
The Italian government is supported by a coalition of two parties. Neither of the two belong to the four main European parties. So for the time being, the Italian government is pretty much on the sidelines in these negotiations. So I don't think the Italian government will be able to have a president of the Commission or the European Council or even Parliament. And as I said, the main objective, the main aim is to try and get a decent economic portfolio within the new Commission.
The major change is that Pedro Sánchez speaks English. So the former Prime Minister of Spain, Mariano Rajoy, couldn't speak at all any word, and that changes things. I mean, there are some sources that said that has changed for Spain because they can talk with other members of the European Council, so that changes a lot, and so they can explain better what they think, what kind of Europe they want.
What is different this time around is that Latvia, being a small country, is actually participating in this quite actively, because Latvian Prime Minister Krišjānis Kariņš is in fact one of the people who participate in this group of 6 Prime Ministers who are then trying to facilitate discussions and conversations around it. And so that makes more difference, and I think people are quite interested to the fact that that we are so involved in this process.
From the Polish point of view, it is very important that this person should share our values and should respect us. It shouldn't be someone as so much controversial and offensive towards Poland, like, for example, Vice President Franz Timmermans. It is a reason why Poland is against him. And from the other side, as you mentioned, it is a kind of, for us, it is important to keep this fragility for our region, for the so-called New or Eastern Europe. That's why all Visegrad group, it means Poland, Slovakia, Czech Republic and Hungary, will support a common candidate.